And welcome back to the Tuned In podcast. Here we are, baby.
Let's go, boys. We're back.
Back for another episode. It's been 2 weeks since we recorded last, so lots of news, lots of stuff to talk about. But how you been feeling, Braden?
Oh, man, I'm feeling good. Feels like it's, I feel bad. The winter storm's been hitting the rest of the country, but it's been real nice for us this week.
True.
Nice and warm most days, so it's been nice.
A little bit of FOMO on that, maybe.
That's right. Yeah, a little bit. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Feel like in the swing of school, and things are going well. We got a great episode for you guys today. We're going to go through the past 2 weeks of games, talk about the biggest moments, the biggest takeaways from those games. We'll also award our player of the week, and then we'll predict 3 upcoming games this upcoming week. And then we'll get into some Jazz news. We'll do our tuned in deal or no deal, where we see some trades that Jazz could do and see if they should do it or not. And then we'll talk some NBA news with rising stars, Giannis trade rumors, Paul George suspension, Jimmy Butler injury. And then we'll get into some local sports and talk Mammoth, talk BYU, and we'll talk about the Super Bowl.
Don't forget to check out our past episodes, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. As you know, that's where you can find our past podcasts at tunedinjazz on all those platforms. And this is episode 94 of Tuned In Jazz. All right. Well, we have quite a few past week games to talk about. Man, I guess we'll just get right into it. We started before we had a pretty large homestand. We had a couple road games. Started with the Mavs. Keontae had a really good game, 29 points, 9 for 15 shooting. Really well. Who else stuck out to you from this game?
Well, I distinctly remember the game before we had also played the Mavs, and I remember you saying we were predicting the game, right? Mm-hmm. And you said there's no way Klay Thompson will go off in 2 games. I think the Jazz will be able to take care of it. Whoops. And I kind of was in agreement, so I'll take some of that too. We both thought the Jazz would win, but hey, our boy Klay Thompson, 23 points off the bench again. So I guess he must have heard the podcast.
I shouldn't have jinxed us.
But I was surprised because honestly, pretty injured Dallas Mavericks team. I don't even think Cooper Flag played back then. So, but it was good to see Keontae do well anyway.
Yeah. I think Ace has had, in general, just speaking generally, has had a really good stretch of games this last couple of weeks.
Definitely.
18 points, 8 rebounds. I think he's turning into a pretty consistent, 15, 16 point a game scorer. I mean, obviously, his season stats don't represent that because he started a little slow, but he's been playing really well.
Yep, and then Cody Williams, one of the themes this week is he playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
Played 27, started this game, had 11 points, not terrible. So
he's looking a little better.
Yeah, he gave us something anyways, right? We were wanting to see something, he gave us something.
Absolutely.
Then we go on, final game of that road trip, we played San Antonio. We played them twice this week, actually.
Yeah.
I think we're almost done playing them this year. But we end up losing 123 to 110.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Yeah, kind of similar to that Mavericks game. Keontae played well.
Yeah.
The team in general did not play super well,
Yusuf's been playing really well, 29-5. Kind of a precursor to what he did the next 3 games, I think.
Yeah. Cody started again, only 5 points. Don't have really much else to say other than that. Wemby had 33, really good game from him. I think the Spurs came in with a vengeance. I kind of knew, last time we were in San Antonio, we beat them, that this game they would want to come to play.
Totally. And then our win of the 2 weeks, as we always say, kind of surprising. Honestly, if you would have put all these games in front of me, I would have not guessed that Minnesota would have been the one win. But Jazz beat Minnesota. Really fun late game we won. Held on at the end. Keontae hit a huge shot. I don't know if you saw that one. Rudy Gobert blocked. I can't remember. Ace or somebody. They kicked it out and Keontae just drilled it from the corner. to put the game away. Just really nice. He ended with 43, which is
new career high.
Yeah. I want to say, was that you that predicted he didn't have a 40-point game? I'm trying to remember. Maybe
I don't know. I think you were rumbling about that, and I was like, of course.
Maybe that was an old prediction. I can't remember.
I think it could happen.
But yeah, really great game for Keontae.
Yeah, amazing from him. He also shot very well, 53% from the field, 46 from three.
Absolutely.
Anthony Edwards only shot like 40%, so we clamped on him just a little bit.
Totally.
And then I also liked what I saw from Ace Bailey. He had 20 points in this game, and I'm sure, this 20 points against the Timberwolves is no slouch, because Timberwolves, they're a very good defense.
Yeah, you match up against Jaden McDaniels too at his position.
Yeah.
That's not an easy night for most guys.
Yeah, honestly, none of the Timberwolves are really slouches on defense. So
yeah, totally.
Very impressive. And then, of course, Keontae is very impressive being able to do that.
Yusef had the first triple-double since Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
What was that, 2 seasons ago? Last season?
Yeah, I want to say 1 season ago.
Maybe it was last season,
maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, but good for him. 16, 18, and 10. Really good game. Overall, we just had some great performances. Isaiah, 18 and 10. Mm-hmm. We'll take those type of nights any day of the week.
Yeah, we got a lot from our bench this game. And honestly, I think when you come down to it so far this year, 3 games kind of stick out. Maybe I'm missing one. But this Timberwolves game is one of the best games of our season. Also, that 2-game stretch where we beat the Pistons and the Spurs.
That was crazy.
So I don't know, when I'm thinking back on the year of the bright spots, I feel like this game is going to be one of those.
Totally.
For sure.
I really feel like this, I won't go off on too much of a tangent, but this Jazz team is ready to compete whenever the front office is ready to compete. We see it half the time we see we're competing with the Thunder for 3 quarters, and then they just blow us out in the 4th, or the Lakers. And anyways,
we played the Thunder to overtime last time.
Yeah, so we're a good team. We just, whenever we're ready, I think we're ready to go. Adds a couple pieces and go. So
then 5-game losing streak after that.
Yeah, a little rough.
Pretty rough. I know another thing we haven't really mentioned is Lauri Markkanen didn't play. I want to say 7 of the 9 games we're talking about today. So that's something to talk about. But we go on to play the Spurs again at home. Pretty similar result as the first game. We drop it.
Wemby got 26 and 14. Pretty typical of him at this point.
Yeah.
Ace, 25 points. I thought he shot really efficient. 11 for 16 is really good. Cody Williams again, 12 with 7 rebounds. That's a win as far as what we've seen from him so far, so pretty good.
Yeah, I want to say this is Ace's new career high, 25. He may have had something close to that before, but it definitely is his career high.
Yeah.
So really pretty good. Solid game from him. And of course, Nurkic triple-double again.
Yep. Let's go.
So the 3 games in a row, I don't even know, how much do you value, that play from Nurkic, as a Jazz fan? Does that swing you at all and, wanting to keep Nurkic on the team, or is it just kind of something that's just fun for this year?
I don't know. I honestly am just at a loss of what we'll do with him, because I'm this could just increase his trade value right before the deadline, which would be nice. But also, I don't know. He seems pretty comfortable here. It seems like he's enjoying playing. I've seen him coaching up guys like Ace on the sideline. So he's a good guy to have in your locker room, I think. So
yeah, I'm sure we're not going to pay him $19 million because his contract will end. But maybe he could be a backup center.
Totally could be a buyout candidate if he wanted it. I don't know how he feels, I guess, but.
And then final triple-double game.
Yeah.
But
pretty
huge loss, though.
Yeah, pretty much the only bright spot.
Yeah, gave up 147 points,
which
is crazy.
Yeah, the triple-double was not with blocks because we were not stopping any shots. So
something also interesting, the Heat, honestly, are a much different team than you might be used to. The guys that were their leading scorers this game were Nikola Jovic off the bench, Bam Adebayo, and Pele Larson. So it's not like we're giving up a lot of points to Tyler Hero or any of their normal guys.
It's that Heat culture, I guess.
Yeah, we just kind of got beat across the board. Their starters, their bench, everyone was playing well. Even Simone Fontecchio, our
Mhm.
boy, he had 14 points off the bench, played very well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We just got outplayed
Yep.
by all of the Heat players.
Totally. Yeah, then we turned around and pretty much got outplayed by the Clippers too. Ace had 20 again though. I think it's kind of getting a little consistency, which I like. Cody Williams had 11. Not to always like point at him, but we've been talking about him a lot as far as like he's playing for his job. So I think he's at least making a little bit of a case for that he can keep improving. So
I will also point out, ever since Cody's been in the starting lineup, we've been losing a lot of games.
yeah,
I'm not going to be that guy, but I'm also seeing we've seen the trend, right?
Yeah.
His plus minus has always been bad.
Yeah.
I don't really, these last few games, not all Cody, of course, but I do think having him start's definitely led to losing a lot.
I mean, in the NBA, you need role players. Some players' roles to help us lose. And I guess to be fair, he's playing his role. So.
He's definitely playing his role. And honestly, when I see the Jazz lose, I'm like happy because I think we're right there with the picks, right? We could totally move to number one if we keep losing, and we're right there with the tankathon.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen returned this game.
Mm-hmm.
He only played 2 games this stretch that we're talking about. He had 19 points, played very solid. I don't know if there's really anything that jumps off the page, but just good that he's back.
Yeah, 7-7 as well. 19 from Ace.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Then just 2 more games. We got the Warriors. Another game where we gave up 140, which is not great.
Yeah.
Missing Walker Kessler desperately in those games.
Warriors are also missing, they will be missing Jimmy Butler for the rest of the season. They're kind of not really in that great shape either as far as they got the Kuminga stuff going on and Jimmy Butler being out and nobody else has really played at a high level except for Steph, of course. So, should be a game we should have competed in, but we really didn't. Keontae with 19, 7-7, Ace with 19.
Bryce Sensabaugh with 22 off the bench.
Yeah, that was
Gotta
really
love
good.
that.
Totally.
And then our last game, Brooklyn Nets. This one was actually pretty exciting.
Kind of a fun game, yeah.
In the Delta Center. Brooklyn's not a great team, so it was pretty close. But Yegor Dioman, saying his name right now, I think. He had a very good game. His career high of 25 points, 6 3-pointers. I didn't know he could shoot threes until he got to the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, I knew he could shoot them, but not this well.
Yeah.
He honestly is really fun to watch him just as a BYU fan. But Jazz did all right.
Yeah.
Kind of stuck with it in the game. Keontae had a pretty good game. Not really much else to say other than that, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like Yegor just went to the perfect situation. I didn't think that originally, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, they just don't really have guys on the roster who he really has opportunities to shine on that roster, Michael Porter Jr. was balling for a bit, but kind of cooled off a little.
Cam Thomas is good, but he's not really like a guy you run your team through.
No, not really a winner in my opinion. So yeah, I'm happy for Yegor. It's kind of cool to see him balling out. Yeah, Keontae with 26, that was really the only bright spot I could see on there too, so. Unfortunate week, but that's okay.
Cody Williams doing his job, as we'd say. Yeah. No, he did all right in this game, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, with so many games, I'm interested about who this week's player of the week's going to be.
Yes, I think there were 3 guys that were in contention.
Totally.
Let's just give it right off the bat, and then I'll tell you the guys that just missed the cut. I'm going to give this week's player of the week to Yusuf Nurkic.
That's fair. I
don't know what you would have done, but I just think a triple-double is very impressive on this Jazz team because it's something that pretty rarely happens. Jordan Clarkson's was honestly kind of a fluke game that just kind of worked out. But Yusuf Nurkic proved to us that his was not a fluke. He did it 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
At least one of those games we won against the Timberwolves. And so very good week for Yusuf Nurkic. And honestly, those triple-doubles alone are enough to give him one player of the week.
Totally.
I don't know. Do you support that, or is there anybody you would have given it to?
I agree with the Jordan Clarkson's was like he barely got the triple double. These weren't just like 10, 10, 10 triple doubles. They're like 16, 18, and 10, 17, 14, 11, 17, 10, and 12. Like he was going over. These weren't stat chasing triple doubles. They were really good games.
Flow of the game.
Yeah, it kind of makes me sad because there was a couple guys that had really good weeks, but you can't not give it to him. I like that pick.
And then in addition, I'll give you my kind of runner-ups, just guys to give a shout out to. I'd say Ace Bailey would have been the second guy. Had Yusuf Nurkic not gotten those triple doubles, because he had some pretty good games, but really bounced back from when he was injured now. And then I also thought Bryce Sensabaugh had a pretty good week off the bench. He got the Player of the Week last episode, so honestly, he was pretty close to getting 2 in a row.
Totally. I think it's also tempting to put Keontae with the 43, but we just had some.
True.
We just had some. You never know when guys are going to pop off, but Keontae's had his fair share this year, so we can leave him off for 1 week, a couple weeks.
We got to have some guys catch up.
Yeah, totally.
We got 3 games upcoming this week.
We do.
All on the road.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
So there's a good chance we might keep our losing streak up.
Yeah.
Currently 5-game losing streak. But our first game on the road to Toronto, leaving the country. Who do you got Sunday night?
Ooh. This is a tough one. I think that the Jazz lose this game. I'm going to say by 6, especially on the road. Raptors are a good team. Rumor is that they're one of the teams involved with the Giannis trade talks, but I don't think it's going to happen by then. So I'm going to just say Jazz lose by 6. Could be a good game.
I'm kind of right there with you. I'm going to say even bigger loss, lose by 10. Yeah. The Raptors are like a good team this year, kind of out of nowhere. So I think they'll defend their home court, and the Jazz are also motivated to lose.
Yeah, we don't match up really well with that. Like Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes are tough guys to guard, and they got some quick guards too. We just defensively we struggle anyways. So yeah, that's a good pick. Then we travel over to Indiana, the land of basketball. How do you feel like we're gonna do against the Pacers?
So the Pacers are a hard team to fit right now because their record is terrible, worst in the East.
Yeah.
But the last 10 games, they're 5 wins, 5 losses.
Yeah.
So they've actually kind of been winning a couple recently, and so I'm gonna say we lose this one, especially since we lost to the Nets. I think the Jazz. I feel the tank coming on, and I think this is a big game for tank implications. And so I'm gonna say the Jazz lose by 6.
Totally.
In Indiana.
I agree with you. I think the Jazz are being very strategic about their tank this year. I also think we don't match up that well. I think it's all about matchups at this point. Guys like Jay Huff's playing really well. Pascal Siakam's having a really good season. It's just tough. We don't really have a lot of bigs to match up. Even Yusuf Nurkic is not really a great defender as much as he's been playing great. So I'm going to say Jazz lose by 8 to the Pacers. I think it could also be a really good game. Could come down to the wire. So.
And then our last game, going to see Coach Snyder and Nickel in Atlanta against the Hawks Thursday. Yeah, who do you got for that?
Well, they're a good team, and I don't know. I'm going to shake things up a little, and I'm going to say this is going to be our win of the week.
Ooh,
I'm going to say Jazz win by 3. Could be a really tight game. Like I said, the Jazz are being strategic about their tank. I think you can afford to win games against teams like the Hawks. We're not competing with the Hawks for lottery picks, at least at the moment. So I'm going to say Jazz win a close one against the Hawks by 3.
I like that. I could totally see this being a flip game. One of those games that's going to be hard to predict. So I'm actually going the other way. I'm saying the Jazz lose by 12.
Oh, okay.
I just feel the tank is going to continue, I guess. I don't know what else to say. I don't think the Hawks are necessarily a team that's going to blow us out of the water though, but it's really a game that it's going to be hard to predict. So yeah, it is. Could go either way.
Totally.
Then we got a little bit of Jazz news, just in tradition since last year. We always did the Tankathon update.
Oh my.
But just to look at it right now, we have the 6th best odds at the number 1 pick, which is really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's 9% chance at number 1, 37% chance at a top 4. So
that also means that, because what is it, top 8 if we keep our pick? So we're pretty good odds of keeping our pick. I mean, the lowest we could fall to is 10, like worst case scenario. But that would mean that all 4 teams at the top would have to fall out. So anyways, kind of interesting.
Yep. And then the New Orleans and Indiana, they've both been winning games recently, so there's totally a chance for us to move up.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah. Jazz injury report as well. Just something to look at. Yusuf Nurkic not going to be playing against the Nets. Neither is Kevin Love. And then Markkanen's going to rest. We know how that goes.
Yeah.
And then something with Keontae. He left the Nets game with 2 minutes left due to an ankle sprain, so we're not really sure what's going on with Keontae. Hopefully that's not too bad. It says he's day-to-day. And yeah, and then other than that, nothing else.
Yeah. Trade deadline coming up this week. I think we're going to go over we're going to propose some trades, but before we talk about that, do you think the Jazz are going to be movers or facilitators this deadline? What do you think?
Well, we just spent like maybe 20 minutes before the pod trying to cook up some trades the Jazz could make, and let me tell you, it was hard.
It's tough. It's tough.
So I don't know if the Jazz are going to be like making big moves, but I could totally see them being like a third or fourth team in the trade just to like get a pick or something. I do think there's a couple veterans on our team that could get moved at the trade deadline to a contending team.
Totally.
And I'll kind of mention one of those as one of my trades, but I don't know. What did you say? Do you expect the Jazz to be in a trade this deadline?
I think as facilitators, I could see it. I mean, there's a lot of like the deadline's going to be kind of weird because I think everybody's just kind of waiting for that big piece in Milwaukee to fall, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I could see the Jazz getting in on that trade.
We were in on the Luka trade, so we could be in on the honest
We
trade.
love getting picks, and we'll throw in some exceptions or, a end of the bench guy. I don't know. I could see that, but I can't imagine we make a lot of big moves. We're bad enough that we can tank as it is, I think so.
And then this is interesting. I was looking at cap space around the league, and if you had to guess, how many teams do you think are under the cap or like under the salary, just the regular salary cap?
We are, right? I'm pretty sure.
We are, yeah.
I'm trying to think of other teams. I don't think that there's probably only like 2 or 3 others, right?
Just us and the Nets.
Oh, wow.
So of the teams in the league, the Nets have 15 million cap space. We have 10.
That's
and
crazy.
Brooklyn's team is like all rookie contracts.
Yeah,
except for Michael Porter, I think. And so like totally we could take on some contract.
Totally.
The next team is Memphis with negative 17 salary cap. That's pretty big difference from the Jazz 10 under.
Yeah. And
so there's a lot of teams that are 50 to 40 million over the salary cap. So it's totally a thing. The Jazz could take on a big contract just to help a team out.
Yeah, totally. Well, that takes us to, we used Fanspo. We just cooked up. We originally said we're going to do 3 each, but then we started getting after 1 and we're like, I don't think we could get to 3, so we decided to do 2. We each have 2 Jazz trades that we're going to propose. We're going to say deal or no deal. I'll let you start with your trades.
So I'll be honest, my trades aren't that exciting.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if you'll think so, but I'm actually going to make a trade with the Washington Wizards in this one. Exciting, huh?
That's what I did with one of mine too.
Oh, really? Okay. So I'm going to be trading Yusuf Nurkic and Kyle Anderson.
Ooh, okay.
To the Wizards for Chris Middleton.
Ooh.
And honestly, I feel like the Jazz would waive Chris Middleton after this, more of like a salary dump. Yeah. And then in return, the Wizards have a lot of picks. I think we could either... I'm saying we get 2 second-round picks in this upcoming draft. They have a ton of second rounders that are like pretty good, or I think 1 first round pick. It's kind of depends on what ends up falling, but we get a couple picks in Chris Middleton. They get Nurkic and Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a big fan of turning pieces that aren't like super big future building pieces into assets. I like that, especially if we get a pick back or a couple seconds. It could be good.
And then I feel like Chris Middleton will like waive him, and then he'll go to like a contending team on a smaller deal, and he'll probably get what he's looking for.
Yeah. And Wizards picks are always like, I think they're getting better, and I think Trae Young's going to make them a little bit better of a team. But I mean, those second round picks could be pretty much late first rounds. Like there's a very high
that's
chance,
what I'm thinking. And Chris Middleton's only a 1-year deal too, so even if we didn't trade him, he's expiring.
Totally.
So
yeah. All right. Well, I'll start with my one that's not the Wizards one. I got Jazz trading with the Orlando Magic. So I got us sending Yusuf Nurkic and our 2028 Cleveland pick swap, because I don't think we're going to end up using that, for Jonathan Isaac. I really like Jonathan Isaac. I think he's kind of been a little slow the last couple of years in Orlando.
yeah.
I think he could be a good piece on the right team. And then I threw in Jace Richardson and Noah Penda just for the contracts. Jace Richardson's a good piece, though. I think you could hit with him. I don't know. Could develop him a little.
He looks pretty good already.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So deal or no deal on that one? What do you think?
Honestly, I'd say deal, but I'm honestly fine without Jace Richardson.
That's fair.
Just because of how many guards we have.
That's
and I might send out a Cody Williams or Taylor Hendricks.
That's what I was thinking,
because
too.
of Isaac kind of playing the same position.
That's fair.
But I'd say deal on Isaac, because I think he could be an asset for us.
Totally.
We need defense, so I'd love to have him come in.
Yeah, totally.
And I forgot to ask on mine, deal or no deal.
Oh, yeah, definitely deal.
Deal, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one last trade. This one's honestly not that exciting. Only one player being moved.
Okay.
And I'm sure you're going to love this, just based off your opinions on this guy.
Okay.
But we're going to be trading with the Atlanta Hawks.
Interesting.
And we're going to be sending Svi Mikhailuk.
Let's go. I'd love to hear.
To the Atlanta Hawks. In return, we're just going to get a second-round pick. Just a straight salary dump. And we'll be using part of our trade exceptions, so we don't even have to give up any money in this trade at all.
Ooh.
So
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I would say deal. Get rid of Svi. I don't know, tournament. Same thing, though. Tournament assets. I just don't think he's a long-term piece, even if he is a okay piece now. So I like it.
Yeah.
All right, this is my trade with the Wizards. Honestly, I really like this trade, but I don't think the Wizards would do this trade, but I'm just going to throw it out there. So I got us sending Taylor Hendricks, Svi Mikhailuk, and John Tonje just because. I don't hate John Tonje. I just feel like he could be like, you're like, oh, here's another young prospect, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then the Wizards give us Cam Whitmore. I really like Cam Whitmore, and Malachi Branham. That was just for the contract. He makes almost $5 million. So I don't know if they would do that, but what do you think? Deal or no deal?
Hard to say. I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say no deal.
Fair enough.
Cam Whitmore, I just don't feel like he's a Utah guy. Maybe that's my bias.
Fair enough.
But not bad, though. He could honestly be a really good piece if he is in the right situation.
Yeah. That was kind of my thought. Is just like, I think the Taylor Hendricks thing has run its course at this point, in my opinion. As much as I'd love to see him, I just don't think the Jazz, at least the Jazz, don't seem that committed to like wanting him to be a piece. I don't know. It's like 3 seasons in a row he's played in the G League almost. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think just maybe sell him while he's still got some value. But yeah.
And just curious, is there any trades that you were trying to make that you couldn't just not get to go through?
Yeah, I was trying to trade with the Warriors with that Yusuf Nurkic contract. I was trying to think how we could get in on the Jonathan Kuminga. I don't love Jonathan Kuminga, but I do think it would be kind of interesting. Like maybe, I don't know. You never know.
Maybe a Hendricks Nurkic trade for Kuminga or something like that.
You never know.
It's just a lot of money.
The Warriors are over the second apron, which means that they're just really tight on like trades. So it was just, I was within $70K and I still couldn't like make it an eligible trade. It's just would be really tough.
Yeah.
To make a trade with the Warriors. They have a lot of picks though, so it'd be kind of nice to get one of those. But
yeah, I wouldn't hate that if it could be a trade that could happen. I was trying to trade Yusuf Nurkic to the Celtics.
Oh, they would need that.
They would really need a center, but same thing. Like they basically have their top players: Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, and then everyone else makes like $5 million or less.
That's pretty insane.
And so you can't really trade Nurkic there. That I know of. Maybe you could get a third team involved and maybe work it out, but it's just hard to do it with Nurkic's $19 million.
It's so tough. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be a tough guy to trade. Do you think? What are the odds? I heard David Locke talking the other day about he could see some vets on our roster asking for buyouts at the deadline. Is there any like vets we have you think that would ask for one?
Could see maybe Kyle Anderson. Seems like he's not really getting any playing time, but he's also got a pretty big contract for 2 more years. Maybe Georges Niang.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anybody you'd say? Makes
me wonder how, like, it seems like Nurkic and Kevin Love are having a really good time. At least just like, I don't know. It's hard to catch a vibe. Maybe they're just like high energy guys, but it seems like they seem happy. Like Kevin Love's like off the bench, screaming when his teammates do something good and coaching up his teammates, and Yusuf's doing a lot of the same. He's getting triple doubles, so it's like, I don't know. They would both be pretty dumb too, but I could see why they would want to if they wanted to play for a winner this late in their career. So I don't know.
Honestly, Kevin Love, every interview I've seen him, he's loving Utah.
He seems like he likes it. Yeah.
So
Utah's a good place for older guys with families like him. Just like, it's just a good environment, you know. So, and basketball wise, there's a lot of really good fans. So
yeah. Well, now we got a little bit of NBA news. Nothing too crazy. But one thing to note, this kind of falls with Jazz and with NBA, but Rising Stars came out, and our boy Ace Bailey didn't make it, which I think is a snub just as a Jazz fan.
I think so too.
But also, he was hurt throughout the year, and he had some stretches where he wasn't really playing at his highest level.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you feel like he should have made it? And is there like any guys on this team like think he could have made it over them? More thinking West guys, right?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, looking at this list, Colin Murray Boyles, I think he could have made it in over him. He's only averaging 7, 2, and 5. I'm pretty sure Ace is averaging more than that.
Ace is averaging 11, so.
Yeah, I'm looking at these other guys. I think, it's tough. That's tough.
Maybe over Dylan Harper because his role's been pretty small.
That's true.
Colin Murray Boyles is in the East too, so I don't even think they would be.
Our boy Yegor made it. Happy for him. Cedric Howard deserves to be in. Yeah,
Cam Spencer, but I don't know. It's kind of close there.
Yeah. We did have I don't know if you saw Salt Lake Stars player Sean East made it in. I don't really know much about him, but
never heard his name before.
Yeah, apparently he plays for the Stars, I guess. Averaging 18, 5, and 3, though.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty good, I guess.
Okay.
Which is kind of surprising. Our boy Oscar Sheboy didn't make it, but
Jan Hansen, from the G League made it.
18 and 9. Oh my gosh!
I didn't realize he was balling that much down there.
Yeah, good for him. That's awesome.
So yeah, I guess we'll root for our boy Sean East the second.
Yeah.
But never really knew that he was a player. So
yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this gives Ace an opportunity to rest. Hopefully he's not taking it hard and just uses it as motivation because he's going to be a great player. Just gotta lock in.
And I think if you take away his bad stretch, like he's averaging more like 15.
Yeah,
I'd say, or like I don't know. I could see his points go up a lot with just playing more games throughout the year, and we'll see where he ends up at the end of the year. But I think by the end of the year, he'll maybe be in that like first or second all rookie team. I think that could be something that he shoots for.
I could say, yeah. Man, Giannis's PR team's been working. I just think it's so interesting. He there was kind of this dance that him and the Bucks are playing where it seems like a trade is imminent at this point. As a pseudo Bucks fan, what are your thoughts on the Giannis situation right now?
I don't know. As a pseudo Bucks fan, it's hard to see my Bucks fandom come out if Giannis is off the team.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I remember reading a quote like a couple months ago where Giannis says he's going to retire a Buck, and now this is coming out and it seems pretty serious trade talks.
Yeah.
And I think Giannis, has pretty much decided that he's moving on.
Yeah.
So complete flip of that quote. I don't really know. It feels like we're playing Ring Around the Rosies for like the past 2 years with this. But my opinion is I think Giannis will get traded, but I think it'll be in the offseason when teams have kind of decided how good they are in the playoffs. They've kind of decided if they're desperate, if they're not. And I think there will be a team that's desperate enough to send the house for Giannis.
Totally. I think he's played his last game as a Buck either way. I honestly just think, though, like, if I was the Bucks, I really don't feel like you have any other options. Like, I don't think with Giannis at this point you have any, like, way to build for the future. You kind of tied your salary up with the Dame situation, and then you went and got Miles Turner, paid him a lot of money, and you, like, don't have a lot of picks because you've traded a lot of your picks in those trades with Dame, and it's like, man, you really don't have, like, a path forward with Giannis. And I think Giannis realizes that, too. That, like, there's not really a way to build at this point. So,
and they've got no cap room.
Yeah.
The only way to build is to, like, somehow, like, just swindle a team in a trade.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to happen. Or just, like, draft an amazing player in, like, the second round. I don't think that's going to happen either.
So, if the only option is, you send Giannis out and get 4 or 5 picks back. And, and then start building. It's going to... from what I'm hearing right now, it sounds like the Warriors have the best package to send, is what people are saying, which I would hate because I'm not going to root for Giannis in Golden State, but I do really like Giannis, though.
And honestly, it doesn't feel that... I mean, Steph's Steph, right? But Dame, we thought Dame and Giannis would be a great pairing, so who's to say that Steph and Giannis will? I do think... if he does get traded to the Warriors, I feel a lot better about Steve Kerr coaching that duo up. Yeah. Because I think the Bucks coaching offensively is not close to the Warriors coaching offensively. So it should be better. But honestly, like, if that's going to be so great, then why wasn't Dame and Giannis so great?
Totally. Yeah, I saw some people, like, on Twitter suggesting a Lowry Ace package with some picks. Which, I would love to see Giannis. We've already talked about, like, trade packages for Giannis, but I'd love to see Giannis in Utah. I just don't know if the timeline fits. He's 31.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he's got 5 or 6 seasons. He's not really, like, at the end, but, like, our window's very tight with Giannis, so it'd be hard.
I mean, we've totally got the assets. It's just if he'll accept a trade to Utah,
That's true, yeah. If he wants to go big market now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see the Knicks. I mean, that's always in play. They've got plenty of assets to send.
Miami Heat.
The Heat would be great. I think it'd be interesting with I think the Timberwolves, they'd have to trade Rudy Gobert probably for contract-wise.
Maybe 2 of their big contracts, too. They might have to trade like a Nas Reed or McDaniels.
That's true, yeah. I guess they probably wouldn't want Rudy Gobert back with Miles Turner. Unless they took
maybe it's
Miles
like
Turner
a Randall
too.
McDaniels or Randall Reed kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Mike Conley. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty wild. I think the whole NBA is just kind of waiting on what's going to happen with that. I don't think we're going to see a lot of trades this deadline. It's my prediction. I think that one's going to be the big piece to fall if it does.
And I think if the Warriors are the ones going in on Giannis, they might need the Jazz's help with some contracts,
Yeah.
Because you were trying to make that Nurkic trade, and
that's tough.
It's just not happening.
Yeah.
So
those Warriors picks might be valuable too, because Bucks might be looking at the Warriors situation, thinking how long can Steph play?
And Giannis is getting up there in age too.
And if Giannis is their only piece, then like there might be some years in the next couple of years where they could be a lottery team. So.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy Butler got injured. He's out for the season. Or his ACL, I think it was, or MCL, I can't remember. But pretty unfortunate for them. They'll probably fall out of the playoffs, would be my guess.
Yeah. And then just breaking news before our podcast. This is kind of random. I don't really know all the details, but Paul George suspended for 25 games because of violating the anti-drug policy.
Yeah.
I feel like we're talking about this before the pod, but I don't really think we've had like a drug suspension in a long time.
Yeah, it has been a while.
I feel like John Morant's, his wasn't related to drugs, but it kind of gave that vibe, you know?
Yeah.
But this is kind of just out of nowhere.
Yeah, it is. He looks like he publicly apologized for it to his teammates. Takes full responsibility. It makes me wonder, like, because we used to see big suspensions like this for marijuana. And it feels like they haven't really been enforcing that now that it's like getting legal a lot of places. So it makes me wonder if this is like another drug thing.
Steroids or something.
Yeah, that's what.
Looks like they said he lost $11 million in salary because of that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So in his statement, he said, over the past few years, I've discussed reports of mental health. And in the course of recent treatments for an issue of my own, I made the mistake of taking an improper medication. So it sounds like maybe he might have been taking some, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't assume.
Maybe not performance enhancing, but something.
That doesn't sound like marijuana to me. So it must be
something odd for mental health.
Yeah, or maybe painkiller or something like that. Yeah, but that is, I didn't realize it was a mental health thing. So hopefully that stuff can make things really difficult. So hopefully he can get well. And Paul George is such a good player. I think he needs to be on a different situation, but obviously it won't be happening soon. So
nope, I think nobody's taking on that contract.
Nope.
So
not at all.
So getting into some local sports, our Mammoth have been doing well.
Oh, man.
Doing super well.
Yes, they are.
It's been a while since we talked about them because of past 2 weeks, but honestly won almost every game since last pod.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, 28, 22, and 4. We're at 60 points. Right now, we're squarely in the lead in the wild card race of the 2 wild card spots. I don't think we're going to catch that playoff spot. I think they're like 11 points ahead of us, but
hey, you never know. There's a lot of games left.
That's true. We've been beating some good teams. We beat the defending champs, Florida Panthers.
We beat the Predators.
Yeah.
We beat the Flyers in overtime.
Yeah, those are some great teams. And we were up 4-2 with 3 minutes left against the Carolina Hurricanes, who are also a great team. Somehow lost 5-4, just a complete meltdown. I don't know if you saw that. What was the game with the open net goal? Did you see that? I think it was the Predators game.
Maybe we won 5-2 that one, so possibly.
I don't know. It must have been a different one. Anyways, there was a game in the last couple of weeks where I've never seen an empty net goal. I didn't realize it actually worked. It seems like it's always like a kind of a Hail Mary. But
yeah, it seems like every time you get like an advantage and then the other team just gets an easy goal.
Yeah, we were down 1 goal in one of our recent games. The guy was going for an open net. Like we had open net and the guy was on a breakaway to our goal. He was about to put it away. I think Sergachev it was like poked it away and then we scored a goal and then we beat them in overtime, which was so crazy.
Maybe that was the Flyers game then.
It must have been.
So that was an overtime win.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But anyways, that was a really exciting game. I watched that one.
Yeah, 5-game winning streak for the Mammoth.
Yeah, we'll take
just
that.
Looking pretty good. Hopefully they just keep the wins up and they might be able to sneak into that.
Yeah.
Like past the wild card playoff spot. But you never know. Or at least get a better lead on that wild card spot that we do have.
Yeah, we got 3 more games before the Olympics start. 5th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So then there will be like a 3-week break between that and our next game. The Olympics are going to be kind of exciting. We might see Clayton Keller. He's on Team USA. I believe Veggie is on team. He's on his country's team. I can't remember. But anyways, really exciting.
And then we've got some BYU basketball.
Ooh.
Tough loss to
Yeah, it was.
the number 1 team in the country.
Might have been the craziest minute of basketball I've ever seen there at the end.
Yeah. I was at that game in the Marriott Center, and my friend left with a minute
man.
left, and oh my goodness, worst decision he could have made. We could have totally won that game had Rob Wright not been blocked on the last shot.
Yeah.
But
I didn't love that shot selection. Would you have had AJ take that shot, or did you like it in Rob Wright's hands?
I like Rob Wright shooting it because he hit that Clemson shot. He's clutch too. And I think they doubled AJ, so we tried to inbound it to him, and it just didn't happen. So I was okay with Rob shooting it. It just seemed like kind of just a crazy block. Maybe somebody could have boxed that guy out.
Cable was right there. You probably should have been on his guy, but
yep.
But yeah, AJ also had really bad. He was like 6 for 24. Not a great shooting game.
Yeah, him and Rob missed so many. And then Arizona's got a big 3 too.
Yeah. They're so good. Their defense is insane.
Koa Pete hit some shots that were very difficult too.
Yeah. Braden Burries, that guy's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they got another guard. I always forget his name. I think it's like Roberts or something.
They have Bradley too.
Bradley, that's right. He had like almost 30 points.
Yeah.
They've got a big 3, and the thing that I'm like kind of upset about is why we drop in the rankings when we've only lost to the number 1 and number 2 teams.
Yeah.
We basically won every game we've supposed to win, except I guess we lost to Texas Tech, but they're a top 10 team too.
Totally.
So
I think we need to get some marquee wins on our resume. We do have some really good wins this year, but like I think it's really going to help us if we can beat we play Kansas tonight. It's going to be a huge game. I think we can beat Houston. I don't know if we play Arizona again, but I think we're good enough to beat them. We're hanging with all of these teams, so I think we're a really good team. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and then once we get our Houston, our Arizona, all the tough games out of the way, we'll probably run through the rest of the schedule. At least we hope so.
We should. You never know.
And I mean, Cincinnati, they even beat Iowa State, so maybe Iowa State's not
That's
unbeatable, even though
them.
they look really good.
Yeah, they do look really good. Yeah, we beat Iowa State last year. We beat Arizona last year too. We probably shouldn't have.
Those were close games, though.
Really close games, yeah. And I think we beat Tech once last year, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure we did.
They beat us at home with Darian Williams, but it's almost all new rosters.
The Big 12 is just, we say it every year. We sound like a broken record, but the Big 12 is just and basketball, what a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like I saw this interview. Somebody was interviewing Kelvin Sampson, Houston's head coach, and they're like, "Who do you think the Big 12 should add next?" And he was like, "If you add anybody else, I'm going to my lake house and retiring because this is getting like all these coaches just know what a ridiculously talented conference this is."
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. I love it.
It's fun. And then we got Super Bowl predictions.
Yeah, your Patriots made it.
Yeah, the Patriots barely made it. Honestly, I know sometimes when you're a New England fan, you pray for those kind of weather conditions.
Yeah.
Because we're prepared for them.
Foxborough, yeah.
Yeah, and so thank goodness we had like all that snow come in the second half, because I think that's really what won us the game.
It really helped, yeah.
Against the Broncos, but yeah,
that was a really good win. Those playoff games have been really good this year. There hasn't been a lot of blowouts. I think I don't know who I'll be rooting for. I think it's gonna be a really good game though. I'm excited. It could be close.
Yeah, it could be a low scoring game. The Seahawks and Patriots both have really good defenses, and Patriots offense has been kind of questionable.
Yeah.
The regular season we were great. So the playoffs not as good with Drake May.
Yeah. I
could still see Drake May coming out and having his best playoff game.
Totally.
Seahawks, I think Sam Darnold had his best playoff game last game against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he could replicate that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be really coming down to the turnovers, like who wins the turnover battle and who capitalizes off of those.
Totally. Speaking of the Patriots, one last thing here. Did you see your boy Bill Belichick got left out of the Hall of Fame? What were your thoughts on that?
I've been watching a lot of people talk about that. I'm with Stephen A. I think they should boycott the Hall of Fame in the sense, if Robert Kraft gets nominated, I think he should just not show up.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Or like some sort of petition or something's got to be, because Bill Belichick, I think the only stat he doesn't have number one in as a coach resume is like overall wins, and I mean he still has like 500 plus wins as a coach. So maybe they're just like doing it out of spite because of the Spygate is what I heard, but then again, all the other teams were doing that too in their own different ways. So I don't know.
That's like really the only justification I've heard is the whole cheating scandal. But it's like, guy has 8 Super Bowls. Like he could have half that and still be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like you could take half of his career. Like it's just insane. I don't know. Even Tom Brady, who like, you know, they
didn't always agree.
No, and the way they ended was like not very good, but even he was like, "What the like? This is insane!" Like, he's a first ballot. It's pretty. Yeah, he deserves to be and hopefully they'll do the right thing in the next round of voting, even though it should have been this one. But pretty crazy. Well, thank you for joining us in today's episode. Don't forget to check out our past episodes. We've talked a lot about stuff leading up to the trade deadline. This summer we talked about a lot of prospects. If you want to go back and listen to those, you can find them on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. You can find us at tunedinjazz, and we hope that you have a great day.